You know that Tom Petty line, running down a dream? That's exactly what the Bear 650 feels like. Not sprinting, not stalling, just running, smooth, steady, and built for the damn distance.
And today on Man Machine Garage, we're answering one big touring question. Can the Royal Enfield Bear 650 cruise at 120 kilometers an hour for 300 kilometers straight without frying your thighs or shaking your spine loose?
Because we've all been there. A bike that feels great at 90 but turns into a blender once you cross triple digits for more than 20 minutes.
Or one that keeps your back straight but your ass numb after 80 clicks.
Exactly. But the Bear 650? It's Aadi's first real attempt at making an ADV twin that eats highways instead of just posing on them.
So we're diving into engine behavior, at speed, heat management, comfort, wind protection, and whether your body and the bike can survive a proper 300-kilometer cruise at 120 kilometers an hour.
No brochure fluff, just what it actually feels like when you're locked into sixth, rolling down the tarmac with a full tank
magic number. 120 kilometers per hour. It's the sweet spot for Indian highways. Fast enough to cover ground, slow enough to stay sane. But how does the Bear 650 handle it?
Honestly, like it was built for it. In 6th gear, you're sitting just above 5,000 RPM and that 648cc twin doesn't even flinch. No buzz through the bars, no desperate breathing from the engine, just a steady hum. And that hum is addictive. It's not loud, not aggressive, just confident. Like the bike saying, "Keep going mate, I'm not even trying yet." I remember doing a 250-kilometer run on the Super Meteor, similar engine. And by the end, I wasn't sore or stressed. Now with the Bear's likely taller windscreen and ADV posture, it's going to feel even more planted at speed.
That's the thing. It's not just about the engine pulling. It's about how composed the whole machine feels at 120. The Bear doesn't wiggle, doesn't wander. It just holds the line and eats the road.
And no heat creep either. Even after 200 kilometers without stopping, that air oil cooling setup doesn't bake your thighs like some older machines.
Throttle response stays tight. No fade, no lag. You don't need to keep adjusting your wrist every 10 seconds. The power delivery just holds.
So if you're asking, can the Bear sit at 120 for hours? The answer is a loud, thumpy yes.
Coming up next, let's talk about you, the rider. Can your back, butt and wrists survive 300 kilometers
120 all day, but can you? Because let's be honest, power means nothing if your spine's staging a protest by kilometer 200. Mate, that's where the Bear 650 really steps it up. It's got that ADV riding triangle. Upright bars, mid-set pegs, neutral foot position. You're not folded over like a sport bike or slouched like a cruiser sofa.
Yeah man, your back stays straight, your elbows stay relaxed, and your neck isn't strained trying to peek over a teeny windscreen. That posture is gold when you're clocking long distances.
And the seat? I'd bet Aadi is gonna give it a proper touring saddle. Wide base, decent cushioning, maybe even accessory options like a gel insert or touring pillion backrest.
Yup. And throw in those wide handlebars and you've got better leverage too, which means less wrist fatigue, especially when you're dodging potholes at 110 without breaking your line.
Also the wind blast. This one's gonna have better protection than the Interceptor or GT. Probably a taller visor, maybe adjustable, so even at 120, your helmet isn't getting head-butted by wind every second.
Exactly. And small things matter, like wider tank grip area or slightly forward foot pegs that let you stretch out mid-ride without standing up.
So, comfort verdict? You'll give up before the Bear does.
And that's how it should be. The machine should disappear under you. When 300 kilometers feels like 100,
engine
that's
chill
when you
and
know
body
it's right.
comfort. Now let's talk range. Because the most beautiful highway ride still turns ugly when you're scanning for a petrol pump every 150 kilometers. Yeah mate, and the good news is the Bear 650 isn't thirsty. If Aadi sticks to its pattern, we're looking at a 17 to 18 liter fuel tank. Combine that with real world mileage of around 25 to 26 kilometers per liter on highways and boom, 400 to 450 kilometers of range. Which means 300 kilometers at 120 kilometers per hour. No sweat, no fuel anxiety, no checking Google Maps for petrol bunk near me every hour. And the best bit? You're not nursing the throttle to get that mileage. You're cruising. Smooth, steady, sixth gear. That's the sweet spot where this motor sips, not gulps. I always say, the ideal touring bike is the one that outlasts your bladder. And in this case, you'll want a chai break before the bear wants fuel. And that gives you freedom, bro. You don't have to plan every stop. You can just ride, stop where the view is good, not where the tank tells you to. That's what real endurance feels like. Not chasing efficiency, just knowing the bike's gonna take care of you. One tank, one road, one mission. Don't stop till the sun gets bored. Coming up next, our sign-off. A memory from a 300-kilometer ride that proved why a good bike at 120 kilometers per hour isn't just about speed. It's about silence, rhythm, and the kind of peace only
Can
a
the
high
Bear
rating
650 hold 120 kilometers per hour for 300 kilometers straight? No doubt. It's not just built for it, it's meant for it.
This isn't one of those bikes that can cruise at 120. This is one that wants to. Engine stays calm, rider stays fresh, fuel range doesn't haunt you. That's touring DNA.
I remember this ride last summer, Chennai to Kumbakonam, about 290 clicks, clear skies, smooth tarmac, visor up, throttle locked at 120. No playlist, no talking, just the sound of the wind and that twin-cylinder thump, breathing in rhythm with the road.
You don't even want to stop, man. That's the magic of a bike that disappears beneath you. When the seat feels like a hammock and 120 feels like meditation.
Exactly. And the best part, when we pulled over at that tea stall near the river, the bike wasn't hot, wasn't howling, wasn't begging for a break. It just stood there like, that's it, we are done.
So yeah, the Bear 650 is a highway wolf in RE clothing. It's got endurance, it's got grace, and it'll go the distance without making you feel like you just ran a marathon.
This was Man Machine Garage, where the miles mean more, the roads speak louder, and the machines, they thump straight to your chest.
Catch you on the next stretch, folks. Until then, cruise steady, fuel full, visor clear.
And if you're doing 120 for 300, take it from us. You'll run out of road before the bear runs out of breath.